Hello, tonight I will be reading you a story about a land far, far away. It's a big, big land that has big open skies, a big yellow sun, and some of the most cutest yet strangest looking animals you have ever seen. Our story takes place in the ancient land of Australia, where I will introduce you to a few of my very special friends who live in a very special place by the banks of Sugarloaf Creek. Together we will explore the secret places of Sugarloaf, where we will tuck into bed and say goodnight to some of the most cutest, happiest and snuggliest of creatures you have ever seen. These odd yet cute little critters are called the Sugarloaf Babies. Bedtime stories, they are a magical thing, something that has been around for thousands of years to help little children everywhere fall and drift into a deep, deep night's sleep. Bedtime stories are a magical way to end the day, for they invoke a sense of wonder and imagination within. And it must not be forgotten that the magic of bedtime stories are not just for little children, for anyone can be enchanted by their charm. Before we begin our journey along the banks of Sugarloaf, I want you to take a long, slow, deep breath in. Snuggle down and cozy up. Close your eyes. Now take another deep breath and see if you can snuggle into your bed and under your sheets just a wee little further. Now let us begin. Tonight we are off to the sleepiest, dreamiest and coziest place. It is a very special place. A place in the magical Australian bush where the kookaburras sing merrily, where the baby wombats happily tumble down the hills, and koalas catch falling stars with their sleepy paws. It's the place where all the Sugarloaf babies live. In your mind, I want you to imagine that you are putting on your most coziest slippers and most fluffiest robe. Or perhaps you're putting on your favourite onesie. Now that you're all dressed, come with me. To enter the land of Sugarloaf, first we must follow this green grassy path that winds through the towering gums, the weeping willows, and the soft, lush ferns. Shh! We must be quiet, as we don't want to disturb the baby animals, for they are getting ready for bed. Otherwise, they may think that it's time to come out and play. Can you see that big tree over there? Come on, let's walk over to it. Oh, look up above. Isn't the sky just so beautiful, with its soothing pinks, purples and oranges that colour the sky as the twilight descends on the banks of Sugarloaf, and the adventures of the little bush baby's day come to an end. Everywhere you look feels very, very dreamy. From Lillipilly Farm, Gumnut Station to Wattle Gully and beyond. Oh, and that sweet, sweet smell of bush flowers, fresh eucalyptus, and all those woodsy scents. Isn't it just marvellous? Oh, and listen, can you hear the sound of the Sugarloaf Creek? That gentle ripple of the water. Oh, and can you hear the animals? The twilight air is filled with an orchestra of animal songs, a calming bellow of life from all those who call the banks of Sugarloaf home. Some critters are all sleepy and they're winding down for the night, but some are just starting their almighty chorus for the night. Can you hear Mr. Frog, Lady Cicada, and Frank the Owl? With the clock struck 1/4 the twilight hour, it's time to bed for all the sleepy heads. Fluffing up pillows, folding back warm, cosy blankets, and prepping a cosy nest for all their little ones to lay their sleepy heads. Mums and dads along the Sugarloaf Creek begin tucking all the children and babies into bed. Sitting on the end of beds, the magic ritual of story time begins, where under a star-adorned sky, the bush babies' imaginations soar high as they are told of tales of rags to riches, or read stories full of friendship and adventure. And no matter how many times that the story may be read, it is enjoyed just as much each and every time. As twilight ends, the sky turns to a velvety black, and one by one the stars begin to twinkle and shine, and the silver moon begins to rise. Can you see the big silver moon over there? Hold on, did you see that? I think I just saw the cat with the fiddle and the cow jump over the moon. Did you know that when sleeping under the moon, the children everywhere are safe in her silver light? For up, high above the bed, she watches over children as they drift off to Sleepyland and journey in to that magical world where dreams come true. Oh, and look over there. Can you see the moon shining her silver light? I wonder which bush baby's bed she is above. One by one, the moon's silver beam rests atop a grassy hill. And it isn't a normal grassy hill. It is a pink and purple polka dot grassy hill. And around this hill is the most beautiful garden that you have ever seen. Shall we take a walk? Look, there are red and white striped candy canes that stand as tall as you and me. Oh, wow! And look at the lollipop flowers. They are in every colour that you can imagine. It really looks so beautiful, don't you think? Can you see those footprints? Come on, let's follow them. I wonder who they belong to. Underneath the pink and purple polka dot hill, in a deep, cosy burrow, lay a pair of fat, furry wombats, snoozing on a big pile of squashy white pillows. With a full belly of milk and deeply exhausted from a playful and boisterous day, by his mother's side, a baby wombat sleepily lay. Mama Wombat looks down at Bubba Wombat, giving her little one a cuddly embrace. And Bubba Wombat looks up with a sleepy smile on his face. Mama whispers, "Sweet dreams and good night, my wombat baby. Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the bush serenade, and never be afraid. For I will always be by your side. So go to sleep, little one. Dream of a chocolate creek, candy canes, and days filled with fun and play." So that's the baby wombat. He's fast asleep, snoring loudly while he dreams of sheep. So that is one bush baby friend tucked in. Shall we find another bush friend to tuck in? In our fluffy bedtime slippers, we continue to follow the soft grassy path, walking deeper and deeper into the Australian bush, but making sure that we don't walk on any icky, yucky mush. The night is warm, peaceful, and there is a soft summer breeze. Oh, would you look at that? How glorious! It's an Ooba-Loopa macrodoodle tree, a very special tree that is only found on the banks of Sugarloaf Creek. And this tree, it can't be seen by everyone. Only children, bush babies, and people with big, big imaginations can see this tree. The Ooba-Loopa macrodoodle tree, it grows the yummiest, tastiest, bestest fruit you have ever eaten. This exquisite fruit is called a doodleberry. It is a small purple and orange striped berry. In fact, to be exact, it is the same size as a blueberry. It tastes like mango and blueberry, and the best part, it has no pips or seeds in the middle. Come on, let's fill the pockets of our pyjamas with as many doodleberries that will fit. Oh, listen! Can you hear that little waterfall? I have heard that if we throw a small rock into the water and make a wish, that this is the place where wishes are granted. I'll go first, shall I? Oh, and look over there. There are some new footprints in the mud. They're different to the last ones. Oh, and how sweet. There are little baby footprints next to the big footprints. Let's see where they lead. Down by Sugarloaf Creek is where the kangaroos lay, surrounded by tall, towering trees, waratah flowers, and colourful plants that reach far, far up into the Australian sky. The silver light from the moon, it rests on the green carpet of grass where the kangaroos sleep. On the rocks beside the creek, there are these little mounds of pink fairy floss and cotton candy, which normally would be very, very green moss. Oh, and look! Peeping out from Mama's pouch, a baby Joey lets out a big, big yawn as she scratches her nose with her moonlit silver paws. Mama Kangaroo looks down at baby, leaning down to give her baby a goodnight kiss. She sweetly tells the little one, sweet dreams and good night. With nightfall also comes shooting stars up above you. So my love, may all your wishes come true. Go to sleep, little one, for your long day is done. Good night, kangaroo, my little bush baby friend. Dream of tomorrow's adventures and those endless games of hide and seek. Shall we see what other bush babies we can find? Oh, look, do you see what I see? There is a zip line swing that goes across the creek and between those two big trees. Should we check it out? Yes, I think it looks fun. And look below. There are colourful teapots, gnomes and fairy lights. Oh, and can you see the toy train set that's winding around the bottom of the trees? It looks like it's been put there for fun. Oh, how cute and sweet. Okay, so together, let's zip to the other side. Are you ready? 1, 2, and go! Reaching the other side safely, we wander through this enchanting place, Meandering ever so slowly, we follow another green grassy path under a canopy of tall trees. And in a silver shadow stands a big old gum tree. Can you see what I see? Hidden amongst the silvery branches and leaves are 3 silver-feathered baby kookaburras. They're all snuggled up, cuddled in, and cozied down for a dreamy night's sleep. Mum and Dad fluff up the nest while singing a sleepy song as the gentle summer's breeze sways the tree and gently rocks them all off to sleep. Mum looks down at her 3 sleepy-eyed babies and gently says, "Sweet dreams and good night. There are many adventures to be had in the days ahead. Close your eyes and rest your head." Meanwhile, in the big old gum tree next door, the fog and mist, it swirls up into the branches so high. It is here that I think that we might find one of the cutest little critters that live by Sugarloaf Creek. Ah, look, there she is. Sitting on the branches high up in the old gum tree is a mother koala cuddling her baby. With big, tender brown eyes, Mama Bear lovingly looks down at her little one. Sweet dreams and good night. A soft caress, a beating heart. We will never be apart. Go to sleep, my little one. Good night, baby kookaburras. Good night, baby koala. Let's keep walking, shall we? Oh my, with a shiver and shake. What are those 4 big, bright eyes that are peering out at us from high above? Surely no animal could have 4 eyes. What in the dickens could it be? Ah, of course, it's a mama possum piggybacking her baby on their Sugarloaf night adventure while they look for some sweet nectar-filled flowers and some plumply juicy bush plums. I have an idea. Why don't we leave a few doodleberries that we have collected earlier at the bottom of this big silver-lit tree? After all, possums love doodleberries. In fact, I have heard that it's their favourite thing in the whole wide world. All of a sudden, the trees around us, they start making a noise with their leaves rustling and branches creaking. There is movement by the banks of Sugarloaf Creek. In the dark of the night, the possums are waking. Possum mums and dads wake up their babies so that they can start their adventures into the night. Also, in a close-by cave, the bats awake from the deep, while the owls wake up from a day's deep, deep sleep. In the silver shadows, foxes are creeping, while tucked deep into their beds, all the other bush babies are sleeping. Oh, wait, look over there, beside all those big rocks. It's the secret rope bridge. The only people that are allowed to cross the secret rope bridge are those with the secret word. Now, if I tell you the secret word, you must promise to keep it hush, 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 for it must remain between you, me, and our bush baby friends. Okay, so is that a promise? You will keep it quiet? All right then, come on, lean in close and I will whisper it in your ear. And then together we will say it so that then we can cross the secret rope bridge. Okay, ready? Come in closer. Here we go. So the secret word is ridgety-didge. Did you get that? It's ridgety-didge. Okay, so on the count of 3, together we're going to say the secret word. You ready? 1, 2, 3, ridgety-didge. As the moon rises above the Sugarloaf Creek, one by one, the bush babies are put to sleep. Snuggled in the hollow of a fallen down tree is a pair of the spikiest critters you will ever see. Looking out into the moonlit sky lay a mama and baba echidna, while the fireflies flutter above their heads. As Baba Echidna looks up at all the stars, a firefly decides to sit on her nose. Suddenly, a big, bright, falling star shoots across the nighttime sky. Mama Echidna looks down at her baby. She smiles at her little one and says, "Make a wish, my sweet, any wish that you want, for nothing is ever too big to dream." Sweet dreams and good night. For you, the stars will always shine bright. Oh, there's another bush baby. So good night, Echidna. We will see you in the morning. Down by the moonlit creek, there is a little platypus. She has a hope, a wish, a dream. She wants to meet a human. She has heard that the human children are so much fun, as they love to swim, swing in the trees, read books, and picnic on the rocks. Nestled in the banks of the Sugarloaf Creek, a family of platypuses are getting ready to sleep. Papa Platypus turns to his little one and gently says, "Sweet dreams and good night. close your eyes and rest. May these hours be blessed. Sleep ever so soundly until the dawn, when you awake in the morning with a great big yawn. Ah, another bush baby to bed. Good night, sweet, sweet platypus. Look over there, in the willow tree by the banks of Sugarloaf Creek. Can you see what I see? It's a tree house. Oh, and look, there is a big fluffy bed that hangs above the creek. That looks so much fun to sleep in, don't you think? And there are 100 soft pillows, plus a cozy blanket. And look at those eeny teeny teddy bears. Oh, it's perfect, don't you think? Now that all the Sugarloaf Bush Babies are tucked into bed, it's off to sleep you must go. So snuggle deep into the big nest of pillows. Cuddle close to Teddy Bear and pull the blankie high up to your nose. While you're sleeping, listen down below, for on the creek below lays Mr. Frog. He too is all warm and snug, wrapped up in a lily pad leaf. There's twinkling stars and silver moonbeams that lighten up the sky above, while along the banks of Sugarloaf Creek soundly sleep the bush babies, all cozied up on a soft bed of bush flowers and gum nuts, with their heads full of dreams. Lying in bed and looking up at the stars above, listen to the gentle ripple of the water below. The lily pads in Sugarloaf Creek, they are gently rising and falling, rocking Mr. Frog to sleep. Mr. Frog, he lets out a deep ribbit of contentment. So down by the banks of Sugarloaf Creek, the night is safe and quiet, and the breeze is calm. It's a place of magic and wonder, a special place where children's dreams come true. So sleepyhead, close your eyes and know that your animal friends are close by. So sweet dreams and good night. I hope you sleep ever so soundly by the banks of Sugarloaf Creek, alongside all your furry bush baby friends. The end.